So the Apple 17 event just ended. Spoiler alert, I'm not getting the iPhone 17. I'm sure you guys have seen that everywhere. I posted shorts about it. I posted a video about it. I'm just not going to get it. This year's not going to be the year for me personally. I always wait every 3 years to upgrade my iPhone, and I'm on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So next year, if it's, you know, if it's something that I probably get next year, I'm not gonna lie to you. Whether it's the foldable that they come out with or the iPhone 18, I'm gonna get it because I always wait every 3 years. So I mean, it's just like every other Apple event. You know, they don't do the live one anymore, which I really wish they did, but they're probably not gonna go back to that because they can just pre-record everything, just show it live in the keynote, and then boom, everybody at the Apple event. I wasn't invited to Apple event, so I just know this by looking at multiple Apple events, but obviously, we're just gonna jump straight into it. The iPhone 17, we all knew that was coming out. So they were gonna bring out the iPhone 17, the Air, which they don't call it the iPhone 17 Air, they just call it Air, but I'm gonna call it iPhone 17 Air because why not? The 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max. Some notable things, and honestly, I'm not gonna go over all, you know, specs because I'm sure you guys have watched it. You know, I was looking at the YouTube stream, it was like 2.7 million people watching. That's not even including the Apple website. So I know you guys know the specs. But as we all know, with the Pro and the Pro Max, they were going to upgrade the camera. They're going to give it a 48 megapixel fusion camera. They changed like the front camera, which it gave the center stage, which is what you have on like the iPads and the MacBooks. Megapixels don't even matter with these damn cameras. I like, honestly, megapixels and cameras in general, although they do matter, nothing is going to change about the camera in terms of like the quality if like the aperture and everything like that is just not taken into account. For example, like this Sony SM4 that I have with the Sigma 24-70. I mean, if you're not going to have a very expensive lens that's going to be able to take advantage of those megapixels and give you that nice bokeh in the back and, you know, all this aperture, all that camera jazz, it's not going to, I mean, it's all going to look the same. And let's be honest, phones, I don't even know if they're gonna reach that point where they're gonna have a freaking lens as big as like a Sigma or something like that. You know what I mean? So at this rate, camera's gonna be a camera and a phone regardless, in my opinion. But they're gonna keep, you know, making that a big thing every year, you know. The ones that were very notable for me for the iPhone 17 lineup was the 17 Air and then the regular 17. Most importantly, the Air. Now, we all know the Air is gonna have somewhere around like a 3100 milliamp battery capacity, but we kind of figured out with how thin it is. It's 5.6 millimeters thick, so I mean, it's almost the damn near the size of the USB-C. So when you plug it in, it's just gonna pretty much, like, you know what I mean? So it's a very thin phone, but the thing I like about it is that they gave it the A19 Pro chip, not the regular A19 chip that's in the iPhone 17, but the Pro chip. And I know a lot of people are complaining about it being $1,000, but nowadays with phones, bro, that's almost like the norm at this rate. I don't think we're gonna even see Apple with them, you know, being such a quote unquote luxurious brand going to charge anything less for something like that when they, you know, made something super innovative in their personal opinion. The A19 Pro chip, I think, is a really dope thing to have. They did take away one core from the GPU, so it's not gonna have the same exact CPU and GPU core as the 17 Pro and Pro Max. It'll have the same as the iPhone 17. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. But you're still gonna get that A19 Pro performance in the phone itself. And I think it's kind of hilarious that they came out with a specific MagSafe battery pack for the iPhone 17 Air. It doesn't do anything else like for any other phones. It's just going to be specifically for the iPhone 17 Air, and they made it a slim one, which is kind of hilarious because it kind of tells you how the battery is going to be, but it gives you pretty much all day battery life. And at this rate, my phone is at like an 83% battery capacity, and that's about how my phone runs. It gives me about almost all day battery. But if you don't really want to use your phone like a Pro or Pro Max, and the 17 Air is going to be really dope if you want that thin kind of form. It only gives you one camera, of course, which people flip out about, but you got to think about how thin that freaking phone is. They weren't going to put 3 cameras. Let's be honest, they weren't going to do that. Not to mention with the iPhone 17 Air and the iPhone 17, they all have the ProMotion 120 hertz, pretty much adaptable screen. Like, so that's going to be freaking dope. That's why I'm thinking like the iPhone 17, iPhone 17 Air are going to be the route that a lot of people go. Now, if you want the bigger size, obviously they don't go the bigger size, but I've been noticing a lot of people like with small hands like me, they're like, damn, dude, like if I'm gonna get almost the same performance as the 17 Pro Max minus the little camera bump that's in there, and I don't really care about the camera, I think the regular iPhone 17 type 6.3 inch screen is gonna be perfectly fine for my hand. And I think that's the route that a lot of people are gonna go with the 17 and 17 Air. Now let's talk about the Apple Watch lineup. They came out with the Series 11, the SE 3rd generation, and then the Ultra 3. Long story short, it's all gonna be pretty much the same. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the Ultra 3, that's kind of a good upgrade. Like if you want to get into the Ultra lineup, that'll be a really good upgrade for you. Or if you really need like that satellite and 5G connectivity, specifically with that Apple Watch Ultra, then the third generation is going to be good. I'm on the Ultra 2, and I think it's just perfectly fine for me. They say that the battery is going to be much better on the Ultra, but I mean, or the Ultra 3 I should say, but I mean we'll see how that goes. But my Ultra 2, it doesn't give me, it's another one of those things where I'm not going to upgrade because there's not much of a point to upgrade. If anything, I might not even be using my Ultra 2 to its fullest extent, like outdoor activities, swimming and things like that. I could end up downgrading to the Series 11 or the Series 10 even, and kind of just have like a normal Apple Watch. But I mean, I kind of like the look of the Ultra, to be honest with you, and I like the bigger screen, but who knows? We'll see when I get down that route. But a lot of the Apple Watches are like about high blood pressure sensing, just health sensing, stuff like that. I mean, there wasn't really any design change in it or anything like that, so it's all pretty much going to be the same. And I kind of already knew when I made this video it was going to be a short segment. Now, what I'm excited for is the AirPods Pro 3s. We have been waiting so long for a new set of AirPods Pros, and the 3s have been announced with supposedly better sound, better active noise cancellation, 2 times more than the AirPods Pro 2s, they said. So it's got to be damn near like Bose level, because I tried the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra earbuds, and that noise cancellation, it was really good. It was really good. So if it's on par with that, boom, perfect. They slightly changed the design, not really. They just made it smaller, which I think the normal size was okay anyways, but cool, I guess it's smaller now. And they came out with like a, from what I heard, it was like a hybrid of like a freaking foam and what, like silicone like tip, to where it's like a nice fitment. They give you 5 more sizes and stuff like that. Long story short, I pre-ordered the AirPods Pro 3s, and I'm honestly excited for the AirPods Pro 3s because those earbuds are truly the only ones that were able to fit in my ear. And I really hope, I'm not even going to watch any videos or anything, but I really hope the bass has gotten better in those, because the bass is what was lacking in the AirPods Pro 2s. I think the sound was pretty damn good, but the bass, it needed some work. Like the CMF Buds 2 that I rock at the gym, they got some good bass in that mode. Like I like listening to bass in my music, and I just like an overall well-balanced sound without anything kind of lacking. And I know Apple can do that. And with the AirPods Pro 3s, from what I've been hearing on TikTok, stuff like that, it's gotten better. So I'm not gonna watch no in-depth review. We're gonna wait until I get them, because I pre-ordered it, so I'm gonna get it right when they release, and we're gonna see how it goes. I'm not very big on the heart rate sensor. I guess it's cool. It's just gonna be another feature that I have in there. But the thing I do like is that live translation. And I heard that it's not gonna be like officially rolled out when you get the AirPods. It'll be like in a later update per Apple fashion, of course. But I think the live translation is going to be dope as hell for those who want just live translation. Somebody speaking another language, I want to learn what I'm trying to hear what you're trying to say, so it's going to come back to me, vice versa. So I think that's going to be really dope, especially for people out there who travel a lot, that actually face those language barriers. And it's just going to be, I think it's going to be pretty damn cool. I'm gonna try and have like my dad or somebody speak Russian to me in certain, like, you know, certain instances, and I'm gonna have the mugs in me so I can be able to translate properly and learn, you know what I mean, you feel me? And then of course the final thing is the whole iOS, iPadOS, macOS 26 rollout. That's set to be released officially September 15th. And I mean, I personally have been on the beta, the developer beta, since the developer beta came out. I went through all the freaking trouble of the bugs and everything like that. My phone lagging all over the freaking place. But I can't say it's on a very like stable position now in the beta. I mean, they released a public beta, so it couldn't be like that laggy, you feel me? But I personally enjoy the 26 on the iOS 26 personally, and really the iPadOS 26. Like I'm using my iPad right now. You could probably see me glancing at it here and there. But I have like my camera monitor, and then I have my notes on the other side, 2 separate windows on iPad mini, which runs the A17 Pro chip, which is freaking dope. So I genuinely, if you have not tried the iPadOS 26 or the iOS 26, dog, it's gonna be pretty dope, and I think it just gives a nice good feel all around for both your devices. The iOS 26, I'm sure I talked about it multiple times. I'm sure you saw many videos about that, so I'm not gonna go in depth about the iOS 26. Same with the iPadOS 26. I just think there's going to be really good rollout of an update for a lot of people who want to pretty much give their phone or iPad a new look. And yeah, I think it's pretty dope. You guys did a good job with it. A lot of people don't like it, but I think it's dope. And my boy that doesn't have it, he was like, bro, is that iOS 26? I was like, yeah. He's like, bro, that looks dope. I'm like, yeah, it is dope. Feel me? That's going to conclude today's video. I just want to give you guys my thoughts, opinions of the Apple event. I mean, I didn't want to go in detail of every single product. That'd be a super long video. Well, not really. If you know where I'm heading, not really. But I'm sure you guys have seen the specs on apple.com. You guys have followed other creators and you've seen it on short form content. So I'm sure you guys get the gist of everything that has been rolled out. But you want to hear, you know, somebody like me give a little bit of an opinion on it, and that's what I'm going to be giving you. But let me know if you guys are going to upgrade to the iPhone 17. If so, which one are you going to be grabbing? You going to grab the regular, the Air, the Pro Max? Are you guys going to upgrade any of the Apple Watches? I mean, if you're on the Series 10, the Series 11 is not going to be even worth it. If you have the SE second generation, the third generation, I don't even know if it's going to be worth it. And then the Ultra, like if you're going to just go in the Ultras, then the Ultra 3 might be worth it, but you know what I mean? Oh no, I'm not very impressed by the Apple Watches, as you can tell. But let me know if you're going to upgrade to that, and let me know if you pre-ordered the AirPod Pro 3s or if you're going to order it at all whenever they release, because I'm very excited for the Pro 3s. I just want a good pair of AirPod Pros that are not lacking in anything. Now that's a lot to ask for, but that's what I'm hoping for. You feel me? But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I gave you guys some sort of value. Of course, let me know in the comment section if you're going to cop anything that they announce on their Apple event. And yeah, per usual, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day for watching me on your screen. And we are out. Appreciate y'all. Look at this. Yeah, yeah.